Hey there, Bruce Kittle, Hidden Pearls podcast. Another Mindful Monday. I hope you're doing well whenever it is that you're watching this, and hope you had a great weekend if this is Monday for you. And if it's not, then whatever is going on, I hope that is good for you as well. So I appreciate you very much being present and joining me for this meditation and breath work. I invite you to find a comfortable spot, whether laying down, seated, maybe on a cushion or on a yoga mat or wherever cross-legged, if that works for you. If not, in a chair is fine. So moderately just alert and awake, so you're kind of engaged with what we're doing. So thank you for joining me. We're going to take 4 cleansing breaths. We're going to inhale through the nose, and we're going to exhale out through the mouth. Just a reminder that that tool is available to you 24/7, 365. You always have it. And I wish that is something that I would have engaged in just a little bit more frequently in my own life in some situations. So you can always take a break, step out, go to a different room, and just take a few breaths and get grounded. Because remember, kind of a calm body leads to a calm mind. And we can find clarity and figure out how it is that we want to choose to respond to certain situations. So if you get a moment, just don't ever forget that that's always in your pocket, and a tool or a practice that you can always use, and obviously a practice that we are going to practice right now. So anyway, so here we're going to fill up nice, big and full into the belly, hold for just a count, and then exhale out through the mouth nice and loud and audible. So here we go. We're going to inhale. And so with each breath, nice and full. With each exhale, just letting everything go. Body parts, emotions, thoughts, just whatever's not serving, just let it go. So here we go. And one more. All right. So just returning back to your regular breath in whatever spot that you've chosen. Each week I tend to do some kind of inventory, and I just want you to maybe visualize in this one as you're getting settled in, just that you've maybe walked into a space. Maybe it's like a little room or something that's kind of quiet, your meditation center, whatever that is. And you might be on a bus or in a car. I don't know where you're at, but just kind of visualize you have this space. And as you're getting seated or laying down, doing whatever, just kind of notice around you what it is you brought in with you, because we're always carrying some stuff. So, and I always talk about it energetically, emotionally, cognitively, and physically. Those are the kind of things we talk about. We could talk about spiritually as well, but we're kind of working in that area. So just paying attention to what you're bringing in. And again, you don't have to fix or change anything, but just if whatever you brought in doesn't serve you in your purpose for this space, it's okay to set it down. So you can thank it for being there, or maybe not thank it, but there it is. And just set those things down. And again, I always talk about it like putting a car or something into neutral and letting the motor just kind of idle. The tires aren't moving. And you might be coasting, but there's no work involved. We're just flowing with what is. So give you just a couple breaths. Let go of the thoughts. Let go of the feelings, emotions. And with each breath, let go with your body. All right, so we're going to do 4 triangle breathing, 6 inhale, 8 hold, 8 exhale. So if you join me with that, inhale through the nose, and we're exhaling out also through the nose. So here we go. We're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now just returning to normal breath. And as you're breathing, just encourage you to find a focal point. I'm going to give you a minute or so here or two just to sit. So focal point can be, for me, it's really my most identifying trait when I meditate is the inhalation into my lungs and the expansion of my chest. So that is a body movement that for me is very grounding. So if you have something like that, so for some people it's the inhale and the sense of the air coming in through the nostrils, each breath. So it could be whatever, and it could be a sound around you. It could be just the sensation of where you're seated, where your body is touching the ground, whatever that is. So that's kind of your focal point. And we're just going to stay with that. And if you find something coming up, you can acknowledge and just kind of let it also pass. And if you find your mind racing off, which is what our minds do, just when you do recognize it, just with grace and love, say okay, and just come on back to whatever the focal point is. So we'll do a little bit here. Just with the bell, the chime, just a reminder to kind of check in, make sure you're still with your focal point, whatever that is. And if when I hit the chime, you might have been caught up in thought, it's all good. Just kind of a helpful reminder to kind of pull yourself back to the focal point and focus again on whatever it is that you're focusing on. And just acknowledging and letting go whatever else is. Not changing, not judging, not critiquing. Just see, observe, allow, let go. So I'd invite you back to my voice. Just kind of staying with your breath. Today I wanted us just to try something I call shedding the skin. So I live kind of out of town in the high desert around Santa Fe, and we have a variety of different snakes that frequent the property. But we have a bull snake that lives around the house, which we're very grateful for. It does a great job. And the other day I found one of his skins shedded, and it was a little longer than I kind of thought it was going to be, but that's another story. He's a pretty big dude anymore. But anyway, but it really got me thinking about, like people, I think sometimes we all wish that we could shed our skin just a little bit. So in this meditation, I just want to invite us maybe to think about maybe one thing that we're working to change, and it doesn't have to be huge, and it could be just getting more sleep, drinking more water, whatever that is. Or if it's something you're trying to get rid of, shop less, spend less money, I don't know, whatever that might be. So it doesn't have to be huge, but just something to focus on for this exercise. So let's take a couple breaths, and whatever just comes to you, easy. Don't make it hard, don't overthink. So if you have something that you're just kind of there. So with all the change that we're trying to make, obviously we have to be intentional about it. And we talk about small, consistent steps all taken in the same direction. Being intentional, being deliberate with what we're doing. So all those things are certainly included. But I think somehow the visualization too of just letting it fall from us. And so I've only seen videos of snakes shedding their skin. So it's a bit of a process. So they kind of expand and they get too big for it. And then the old skin kind of separates from the new layer. And then they kind of shrug their shoulders and their body parts and their muscles, and it works its way off. So we don't really have something like that. But I guess if you could envision yourself to be whatever this item is that you're working to make change towards, just visualize that as a skin. Let's take a big deep breath, and we'll take 3 breaths here. And with each breath, just visualize it dropping down your shoulders, back, hips, legs, knees to your feet. And we'll step out on the 3rd breath. So here we go. We're going to inhale. And exhaling, whatever that is, you can let go. Could be just a thought, emotion, a memory, something. We'll take another breath, and it's going to slip off further. There it goes. Very nice. And let's take one more, and with this one, see yourself it falling to the ground and stepping out. Here we go. So there we go. Step out. There it is on the ground. I don't know what you want to do with your shedded skin. I probably would toss mine in the fire and see it burn. But whatever works for you. But do remember that you have that power to make change. We own that within our hearts, within our minds, within our spirits. So encouragement this week to be free of whatever binds, reject the limits, and all the voices from the people in our culture and our systems that tell you you can or can't do something or you must. This is the week to be free and to be you. Bruce Kittle, Hidden Pearls Podcast, Mindful Monday. Thanks for joining me.